Hi, I'm Addie the Immigrant, and welcome to Blackboard Talk. Here is where we believe in ourselves, create wealth, and build an empire. Now, today's topic, we can get straight into it, is how to become a six-figure earner and the types of income that you need to create wealth. Because a lot of times people don't understand the value of money. They really, you look at money like, oh, I just get the money, I spend the money. In our house, when we were growing up, it's taboo for our parents to talk about money. The schools definitely don't teach about money. So you tend to realize when you, as an adult, and you grow up older, it's actually harder to deal with money. You don't know how to balance a checkbook. You don't know how to do a budget, because these are things they didn't teach you. What they did teach you is about algebra. They did teach you about punctuation. They did teach you some of the main things, but the aspect of dealing with the real world was not taught. What is an APR? What is the rule of 72? What is interest rate? These are things that should have been taught in school, but it's not. So guess what? I am here to help you with a little bit of that, and any more questions you need pertaining to your income, definitely leave the comment below. And if you love my channel, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. But we'll get into it now. So I want to first start off with earned income, because there's three types of income, and we'll discuss it. There's earned income, passive income, and investment income. And that's what's going to help you to get over. That's what, they said, a millionaire have multiple streams of income. And those are the incomes they tend to capitalize on. So we're going to get into it. So our first topic is going to be earned income. And I know by now you guys would know what is earned income. Earned income is actually your job. That J-O-B. With your job, trust me. Let me first begin by saying, beginning to become a $100,000 earner and say I'm making a six-figure sounds good, but that's not really any kind of money to talk about, because by the time the government tax it and stuff, you're basically walking away with 60 to 70,000. Because you're still in a tax bracket that you're not gaining the benefits. So I'm just letting you know, when you're saying a six-figure income, it could be from 100,000 to 999,000. So you want to start getting above that 250. That's when you really can reap the benefits of being a six-figure. So not because you're making 101 or 102. No, you're still kind of in a jam, because by the time you pay the rent, especially, for people like in big cities like us in New York, it's like no money. So you have to know. So we're going to get into that earned income, because a lot of people feel like, oh, I make 100,000 at my job. Really? When they already taxed you, you pay everything else, you left with nothing. You're like, oh my God, how come? You're a school teacher and you're still struggling. You're a lawyer and still struggling. You're a doctor and still struggling. It's so funny that the average American, their savings does not even have $1,000. And yet this is one of the richest lands in the world. America is where dreams come true. And you want to know, how come I'm not getting it? Where is it lacking? It's because we did not learn the certain basic steps. So today we definitely going to get into it, and it's going to be fun, because once you understand, as I said in my previous videos about creating wealth and believing in yourself and laws of attraction, but now it's definitely putting the work in it, understanding money, the rule of money, how it works, the vibration, because money is something fun. It must be comfortable to talk about. I talk to my kids about money. I talk to anyone about money. Sometimes they say, oh, you talk money is not everything. Really? Money's not everything, but money make the world go round. When you lack of stuff, that's when you realize you don't have it. We don't talk about oxygen, but yet we breathe it in every day. But the day we on a respirator and can't breathe, that's when we talk about it. That's why people talk about money, because we don't want to be lack of it and then say, oh my God, I got a bill to pay, or oh my God, there's an emergency, I don't have it. So this is where we're going to really get into the its and grits and the nitty-gritty of different types of money and understand it. So like I said, earned income. Remember, with earned income, your job is only going to pay you what they think. Let me repeat, what they think you worked. You can work so much more. It's up to you what you believe. I can get up every day for a 9 to 5 and I feel like, hey, I work making 70,000, but at the same time, I might say that figure, but that don't mean that position is paying me for it. That position might say, oh, you're overqualified, known word in this country, in our beautiful country, America, or they'll say you're underqualified. But either way, they're not paying you what you really want. And if you do want, just an easy example, you might have a position and you're happy, and then somebody got fired or somebody left the job. And now they're making you doing John work and Jane work. And you know what? Not a dollar increase. And a lot of you guys can relate to this. And that's why, again, it's all about knowing your income. So when you get that earned income, say, yeah, I've arrived, because we all work for money. There's no such job is better than any job. It's just about what you put in. You could go to school and get a high education and come out and still in debt, because now you got that job that's paying well, but you still have student loan. You can have no education and just have a basic GED, and now you have a job that they're saying, okay, you're only getting this amount. So either way, you're at the end of the stick where you have to figure out which is best for you. And that comes into the passive income. This is where it really gets interesting. Passive income. Passive income is important because now that you know I got my job that pays me well, really. Now, if you want to get there, anybody would tell you, no earned income can make you rich. Bottom line. You comment below and tell me what a beautiful job you is, and then I'll ask you if you're a millionaire. Is that job? It's rare. Do you find jobs? You just stick there. Even, for example, a lawyer. I even tell my daughter, because that's what she's studying, that's her major. And I said, sweetheart, most lawyers have real estate. Most lawyers have investments. I have a few lawyer friends. They have multiple streams. No one income works. A rapper, they have clothing line. They have different things, NFTs and stuff they get into. Remember, no such job, right? Because it's a job, has one income. You have to create the next one. And remember, like I always said before, money don't always make money. Creativity make money. And you can create different things. You can start by selling food. You can start by doing Uber. You could start by Uber Eats. You could do things like see what's in your neighborhood to do. Airbnb. A lot of people say, oh, I want to get into Airbnb. That's why in my previous video I got into that, because that's make my money. Life insurance. I sell life insurance. Not only did it teach me a lot, but I learned in the process, as it teaches me stuff, how to value money and how the vibration of money works and how it go, because again, it's all about your income. Now, a next thing about passive income is about, creating a product. A lot of times I heard people say, I want to create a candle. I speak to a friend and she's like, and those are things you can also Google and YouTube, and how to create a candle, how you could do facial spas, how you could do selling makeup on the side. These are different ways you can do a side stuff. Because you know what? When you're coming home from that job and complaining about that job and thinking about that person taking 10 cigarette breaks. I had a friend at my work, a co-worker, always complaining, you're always doing something. I said, it's so funny. You do TikTok on the job. Are you making any money with that? So you sit down there strolling with TikTok when you could invest in yourself with a little bit of your tax money and buy 2 clothes from Marshall and put it back on Amazon. There's so much different ways. Let's just stop making the excuses. This is a wake-up call for us. Like, the economy is turning. What do you want to do? Just brainstorm. What is it you want to do? And that's why I'm here to tell you there's so much things you could do. There's little things as renting your merchandise, renting your own stuff. There's so much you can look into website. There's people who actually rent a Louis bag. You could send your famous Louis bag that you waste your money on because you didn't look at it as an income producing something. You can start making it. If something is not bringing in income to you to better your life and your future for your kids, especially your family, then ask yourself if it's worth getting into. Most people who start making middle income money, it's something about us. We got to show off. We just got to show off. So it's not bad to show off because you earn it. You treat yourself. I believe in you got to take a moment or enjoy life because, tomorrow's not promised. But at the same time, how much could you really enjoy? How much time you're going to treat yourself? So the one thing I would definitely recommend with passive income is once you start making that passive income, keep living like you are making that regular earned income. Minimalize. You'll minimalize everything. Be a minimalist. Keep spending a little. Like, for example, carry food to lunch. Carry lunch to work. Try to cook more, eat out less. Those are things can save you money, but you know what it is? We start making more, so we start living, enjoying life even more. Buying the bottles. Yeah, I'm popping bottles, but what are there to show? What is it about our saving and coming together, family member, and getting, building an empire? At the end of the day, you're gonna enjoy life. I remember when I was buckling down, and there's many things I couldn't do. Now I can go on vacation, I can do stuff, and I still minimize by doing it because my vacation is booked way in advance because it's much cheaper. Those are things, you go on these cheapaware and Expedia, and you get into it. And next thing we work on to is investment, right? Because now that you're making this extra passive income, what are you going to do to help it grow? Because now we're trying to aim towards a house. That's the ultimate goal, And if you don't want to own a house, more the merry few, but I always think about long term. I never think about today. And that's something we need to program our minds to long term. And that comes down to investment, right? Investment income. At this point, I think I should be taking out the income. We all know which income is earned, passive, and investment, right? But just getting into more on investment. Now, it's simple things as Robinhood, Acorn, Coinbase. I'm not saying you could jump on the penny stock because remember, the bigger the risk, the more, but it's another source of income. You could definitely work on stocks. What stocks you guys like? For example, you walking around with an Apple phone. I'm paying payment plan on an Apple phone. Okay, Apple is already rich. Why don't you invest in the company? Because if you know that phone was so good to get, you brag about, which one's better, Android or Apple? Whichever one you believe in, that's what you should be doing. If you believe in Google, then buy a stock in Google. The stock market is not about hitting it big today. It's about the minimum, I would say, 5 years. You put your money in for 5 years and you will start seeing it at 6 to 8 annual % return with the stock market. It's different things you put yourself. Whatever you like is what's going to push the company. Yes, you can do some researches. For example, I don't smoke weed, but I do invest in a few weed plants because guess what? The government said it's legal. So you can promote this. Just do your research. The time you come home and you sit down and you like, I can watch Netflix. One of the things it irks me when I go to work. I walk into my job. Hi, good morning, everyone. All excited. Did you see the game last night? Oh my God. Oh, did you watch the show or on Facebook? You see the timeline. Everybody talking about some good movie. When last we promoted a book? When last did we say, I read this book or I listened to this audio? You got to invest in yourself. No one will invest it with you. And I'm not saying we're all using the excuses of, I wasn't taught this. Well, guess what? The web is an open world, free for you to do. And once you got to pay for something, sometimes you have to pay for betterment. I paid and take classes and courses and stuff like that to better educate me because I'm not from here. But at the end of the day, it's understanding where you're at to where you want to be. Stop imagining and start focusing. Start putting into perspective what you want. So we're going to break it down. Earn income. Earn income is when you go to work and you get what they think you deserve. Passive income will be that little food that you're cooking on a weekend. I actually saw my neighbor this weekend and he was shoveling, and I said to him, a young gentleman, and I said, why don't you knock on the rest of the doors in the neighborhood and shovel out for them, charge them like $50, because that extra $50 you'll make for that day might be only $50, might be $200, because there's a lot of elderly around the neighborhood that might not want to shovel. And you make that nice $50 for shoveling them out. You take that $200 and put it in. You treat yourself to your tax money. At least, even if you're a single person and you get $1,500 back or so, hey, you're supposed to put away a little bit. Invest it. A lot of times they have these different Roth IRAs and different types of account, 401ks. With your job, find out what they're investing in. Find out where your money is going to. Take those options. I've seen a lot of people at my job opt out from retirement. Why? Oh, the pay is so little bit. The pay is going to be forever little until you live within your means. You should always split your money down in half and try to live within your means. Oh, I can't live with people. No, sometimes you have to make sacrifice. So again, you got to do earn income. Earn income can put into your bucket. Take part of it and start letting it invest in your passive income. And there's different ways for passive income. And from your passive income, you could go ahead and do your investment income. Now, if you split these two, the more the money make, the more you put. You could save half, invest half. Never let your money sit in the bank, because the bank is actually investing your own money. You know, it was amazing to see when Bank of America put it out. I saw it on CNBC. They were starting to invest in Bitcoin. I'm like, huh? With my money? When I could do that myself? But that's what banks do. They invest in different things. So you got to remember, you have to believe in yourself and take that sacrifice. That lunch money, that $50 you would have spent for lunch, how about you just say, you know what? I'm going to invest it. Because 5 years come by like, bloop. Would you believe it's 2 years since we started COVID? Yes. Who would have believed so? It's like come, gone, you cry, you already start seeing memories and memorials and this and that coming up, because time fly. Time waits for no one. So again, if we want betterment, and like I said, we're trying to get to that next level of creating wealth, this is the way you want to start off. So definitely look out for the rest of the video. And like I said, if you like what you see, like, share, and subscribe. This is your girl, Addie the Immigrant. And I'll always be teaching you and sharing information on how you can better yourself, grow your wealth, and be successful. It was nice talking to you, and watch out for another video.